overcoming yourself by overcoming challenges, or overcoming challenges by overcoming yourself? That's a question I ask myself many, many times. And I've realized that it will be living in illusion, thinking that there's not going to be challenges, that there's not going to be pains and aches, that there's not going to be a flat tire on the road, that there's not going to be a heart broken through the journey of life. But this is the interesting thing. I've found myself so many times trying to fix something by fixing that something. And that's the catch. Trying to fix something by trying to fix that something. Even a flat tire. Do you think it's just coincidence? Do you think it's just bad luck? Do you have to just fix the tire? Or maybe, and just maybe, this is just a theory I have, maybe that flat tire came in the moment your mind and your energy were focused in something that was not for your highest. That's why I truly believe that overcoming yourself will support you in overcoming any difficulty in life, any challenge, any obstacle, any flat tire. As a matter of fact, you might stop having flat tires in all ways and meanings, because as you find alignment within, you will start to experience a whole new reality. For those of you watching the replay, are you ready for the red pill? Like, this is the red pill, and this is a red pill I take every single day. It's not enough to take one day the red pill. You know, you've watched The Matrix, and Neo takes the red pill because he chooses to see truth instead of go back into illusion, into the Matrix, right? So the best way to empower yourself is by taking the red pill, and I take the red pill every day. I see somebody just logged in. Put a comment, are you ready for the red pill? This red pill will empower you to overcome any obstacle, to overcome any challenge. But you first must agree to take the red pill. And this red pill is everything you are experiencing in your life, everything, no matter what, no matter how smelly, how sticky, how painful, it's because of the thoughts you are holding in your mind. It's because of the thoughts you're holding in your vibration. It's because of the vibration you are holding. So if you don't like what you're experiencing in your life, if you don't like the people you're hanging out, if you don't like the food that is in your plate, if you don't like the car you're driving, you can blame your boss for not paying you enough to get the nice fancy car you want, for not having the nice car. You can blame your childhood because you're not living the life you want to be living. You can blame your parents. You can blame society. You can blame the government. But that will not fix anything. Actually, as a matter of fact, you will be just experiencing more pain, more heaviness, because you still feel hopeless. And as a life alchemist, I love to empower and to inspire people, just as I've been inspired in my own journey, to take life under control and to stop being the spectator of our reality of our life, and to take life by the horns. Jump into the steering wheel seat, be the captain of your reality. If you still feel that you are being manipulated and you're being taken to other situations that are not comfortable and that you have no saying or you can't do anything about it, think twice. Remember the red pill? And this red pill, I take it every day. When I wake up in the morning, I know that the outcome of my day, the experience of my day, the quality of my day is going to be a result of how I start the day. It's going to be a result of taking full and extreme ownership on my life. That's why it's a red pill, because it's much easier waking up in the morning saying, hey, I need to go to the healer. I'm going to call my psychic. I'm going to go with my chiropractor. I'm going to go with a financial advisor because my finances are shit, are crap. Or, wait a minute. You can take time to breathe. You can take time to meditate. You can take time to really digest this red pill, because digesting the red pill is not something you do and it just works right away. You take it and it starts to work every minute of your day, and you will realize of those unconscious decisions and habits that now you're becoming conscious, that have led you to be where you are, exactly where you are. And this is a reminder that I always tell myself and I tell others and I tell people I work with. You are where you are. You're exactly where you are because of the choices and decisions you've made. Either you know about it, either you don't, either consciously or unconsciously, you are where you are with the money you have, with the partner you have, with the house you have, with the car you have, with the socks you have. You get the point, right? Because of the decisions and the choices you've made. But this is the really amazing thing about life. Life, the universe doesn't care what you've done in the past. Life couldn't care less if you've been good in the past, you've been bad. Couldn't care less if you worked out in the past or didn't work out. You are paying the consequences right now. Yes, you do know. But the universe only lives in the present moment. And in that present moment, you have the opportunity to start fresh. And that's why I get so excited upon this topic of mind over matter, of creating your reality with your thoughts, with your vibration. Because I've personally experienced, I've personally witnessed how my life went by, like, my life changed radically. It quantum leaped the moment I realized that I was in control, that I was the one that had power, that I didn't have to look for God outside of myself, that I didn't have to pray to something outside of myself to receive the blessings, to receive all the abundance. And I think there's a quote in the Bible that says, "And to thy I give the kingdom of heaven here." And that's what I've started to acknowledge, that we already live in heaven. I'm not waiting to die to go to heaven. Heaven is here and now. And yes, there's a part of the collective mind that is creating so much chaos and death and starvation, but that's the collective. But as an individual, you can also create your proximity. You can create your reality that is happening around you. One thing is that maybe as an individual, you cannot change the whole collective, but your input will definitely affect and ripple, like the butterfly effect. But for this case, let's focus on ourselves. Let's focus on what can you do right now, right here. What steps can you take to take control of your life, to overcome any challenge? But first, you must realize you have to overcome yourself. And the steps I'm going to share with you, it could be more information, like those self-books that you've probably read, like those courses you sign up that maybe you didn't even finish. It could be like that Gaia TV show that you watch it, like, oh, cool, we're multidimensional beings, and you watch The Secret. It could be more information. But I don't like to share information. I like to share information that inspires action. Because knowledge without action is just potential power. Once you take that knowledge and put it into action, that's when true power comes in. And you will feel that morning that you wake up, and instead of snoozing the alarm because you just want to sleep longer, instead of eating that bag of chips for breakfast or having that greasy breakfast in the morning you wake up and you say, today I'm not going to be the same. Today I'm going to overcome myself. I'm going to overcome the stories of the past. I'm going to overcome all the things that my parents have said about me, my friends, society in general, because I'm not going to give a fuck about that. I'm going to live life on my terms. But the first thing is every morning is to overcome yourself. So the steps are this. You wake up in the morning. You put the alarm, and I'm going to encourage everybody to put the alarm 1 hour before you usually wake up. Unless you are already in the 5 a.m. club, 4 a.m. club, 3 a.m. club. If you're waking up anywhere from 6 past, even if it's 6:30, I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to invite you, because I cannot force you to do it. I cannot tell you to do it. I can just inspire you or invite you to set the alarm 1 hour before. Why are we doing this? Because you are already breaking the habit of being yourself first thing in the morning. So if I remember hearing Joe Dispenza once said, like, people want change in their life, and they tell their friends they want change, and they come to the New Year's resolution and they say, I want change. And they set the alarm at the same time. They wake up on the same side of the bed. They wake up with the same food on the bed. They go brush their teeth with the same hand, with the same toothbrush. Everything is the same coffee, the same newspaper, the same drive to work, the same. And if you are ready to change your life, you gotta forget about doing the same. Doing the same won't get you anywhere. And do you know, anybody watching this, do you know the Albert Einstein's definition of insanity? Anybody? If you want, you can put in the comments the definition of insanity that Albert Einstein shared with us, which I love, and I keep reminding myself all the time about this. Insanity is doing something over and over, expecting different results. So if you are ready to change your life, I wish I could see some hand and say, yes, I am. If you are ready to change your life, you gotta change yourself. You gotta overcome yourself. You gotta eat the frog first thing in the morning, so you can overcome anything down the road. And if you want to join and you're like, I cannot do this, I can send you a link. You can join into the stream, and we can do a live session. I love doing live sessions, so we can see what's stopping you from being who you are meant to be. Just put a comment, and I'll invite you into the screen. So first thing in the morning, you wake up. You put your alarm 1 hour before the time. Okay, deal. That's easy. You put the alarm. It's easy to put it on the cell phone. The second thing is you do it before you go to bed. You make a commitment that no matter what, you are not snoozing, because studies have shown that people that snooze their cell phone, they snooze the alarm first thing in the morning, they are already setting themselves for failure. They're snoozing to their own agreement. They will snooze to any possible opportunity of growth, of abundance, of wealth, of love, of any kind of transformation. You're already snoozing first thing in the morning. Second thing you do, so you wake up in the morning 1 hour before. Second thing you do before you move, okay? Before you move, you gotta change your energy. As I was saying before, and I just got goosebumps because I just felt like it's like so real. This sounds like hocus pocus. But if you don't change your energy first thing in the morning, you will go into your habitual patterns, into your habitual energy system. And with repetition, you will be waking up already in this blissful, ecstatic state. But let's not lie to ourselves. I don't want to sell you snake oil. If you've been procrastinating your dreams, if you've been living a mediocre, complacent life for the past 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 50 years, what are the chances that after you watching this video, you're going to wake up tomorrow feeling blissed out and red and like, no, you're going to come up with so many excuses to not do the work. And that's the difference between the ones that are happy and the ones that are unhappy. The ones that are happy, successful, abundant, in love, living a life of bliss, which we all deserve and we can all be living, is that the ones that are living the life of their dreams have made a conscious decision of changing what they don't like by changing themselves. And the other ones are just talking about change but are not doing anything about it. So you wake up 1 hour before your regular time, unless you're already in the 4 a.m. club, 5 a.m. club, that's already pretty early. You wake up, and before you move, you change your energy. And how do you change your energy? Anybody knows how to change your energy super fast upon waking up? Anybody? I'm going to share with you. Upon waking up, you enter into gratitude. Why gratitude? Well, gratitude is one of the most powerful energies. It's one of the energies that can overcome any other energy. Gratitude, love, compassion, kindness. When you think about people you love, your heart is emitting a wave of 10 meters around you. So you can transform even the energies of others. That's why they say, be more loving to your enemies, because you probably will change their life just by being loving. If we hate, then we are just adding more to the soup. So as you wake up, and for those of you that just tuned, I'm sharing with you the tips to really overcome challenges by overcoming yourself. And I was saying that first thing in the morning is how you are able to start overcoming yourself. Don't wait until the end of the day, because end of the day, you're going to arrive home tired after a long day of work, and you're going to I want change, but nothing has changed. Well, look at the timeline of your day. What have you done that has been different to your previous days? Why would you deserve any change if you're not doing anything to change? So, in the morning, when you wake up and you don't move and you enter into a state of gratitude, and how do we enter a state of gratitude? You start by thinking and feeling, and this is the trick. This is the secret to the secret, the feeling part. You think about 10 things you are grateful for today. For example, I woke up today and I was like, I always look at the ceiling in my room. I'm like, and it has a nice wooden beam. And I'm like, I'm so grateful for the trees that built this house and the hands that built this beautiful home. And I'm grateful, and I hear the birds chirping. I'm like, I'm grateful for nature, for the birds. I'm grateful for the water. I also hear water running. So I'm grateful for water. I'm grateful for fresh air. Gratitude is literally one of the most powerful biohack technologies that we all have access. And I know biohacking has become a trendy word, and you can see it in the podcast world, and you can see so many influencers talking about biohacking. Biohacking starts in gratitude, because if you're able to change your energy, change your health just by being grateful, tell me this is not really the $10 billion biohack tool, and it's within each one of us. So as you wake up, you think about 10 things you're grateful for, your body will start to feel good, because you will start to also feel, and this is the trick, don't only think about the things you're grateful for, feel, and start to feel how grateful you are for those things. Running water, and don't wait for things that you're going to have in the future. This is about current situation. You're grateful to be alive. You're grateful to have food in your pantry. You're grateful to have a good sleep. You're grateful for your health, and you feel the benefits of my health. I feel grateful for my life, for my family, and you start to change your chemistry. Because in case you didn't know, our brains are wired for survival. Our brains are wired for survival. They're not wired for success. They're not wired for abundance. They're not wired for love. They are wired to survive. Because imagine this. Back in the day when we lived in the savannah, or when we were like cavemen, the only thing that matters is survive. And that's why the fittest will survive. The ones that were not fit enough will not survive. They were not thinking about creating art. They were not thinking about growing veggie gardens. They were just thinking about surviving. But this is the interesting part. Our brain has not evolved since there, because we still have the reptilian part of the brain. So we're still wired for survivor. And that's why we see so many people, mostly in the cities, running one place to another, just surviving. And it doesn't matter how much money they have. It doesn't matter how much fame they have. It doesn't matter how many followers they have. So many people are going through sickness, through stress, through anxiety, because they are still running on survivor. If you're watching this and you feel you've been running on survivor mode, put a comment. And if you want a live coaching session, I'll give you the link and you can hop in. But if you're running on survivor, what are the chances you're going to be able to create the life of your dreams? And I learned this from Bruce Lipton. You have X amount of energy, which is limitless. But where attention goes, energy flows. So if you are currently thinking about all your problems, all the bills you have to pay, all the people that have done so many bad things to you, your parents that were not nice to you, society that is so cruel, do you think you have the capacity to also create the life of your dreams, to create art, to make love, to regenerate your body? No, all your attention is going into survivor, complaining, victim. So all your energy is going there, and your body will start to feel depleted. And I see people having superfoods and smoothies and going to Reiki sessions, but that is just like a Band-Aid. It's not really fixing the problem, which there's no problem. It's just a matter of attention and alignment. So if you wake up in the morning and you go into gratitude, what happens is that you start to train, because everything is trainable. They say you can't show new tricks to an old dog. That's totally a lie. As adults, mostly kids, but as adults, our brain have this function, this quality, which is neuroplasticity. So it doesn't matter where you're at right now. It doesn't matter how little you know right now. It doesn't matter where you're at. You can always change your circumstance. And how do we start changing this? That's why I say start your day with gratitude. As you start to change your day by being in a state of gratitude, your brain starts to mold into, wow, actually, life is not that bad. And maybe the next day you're like, it's not only not that bad, but it's actually pretty good. I have a house, I have nice roommates, I have a partner, I have a car. Maybe you don't have any of those things, but you're healthy, you have both hands, both limbs. So as you start to train your brain to see the beauty in every moment of your life, guess what happens? You start to see the beauty in every moment of your existence. And you start to see that you are gonna start seeing more good things happen in your life. Because as you put your energy into positivity, into gratitude, into love, guess what's going to happen? Your vibration will become that. You're already vibrating into love, into gratitude. And because the universe just wants to fulfill your wishes, just wants to fulfill whatever is that you're calling, it will bring more situations, more people that are loving to you, more moments to be grateful, more abundance, so you can keep this loop of goodness. That's why it's all about a loop. But you gotta break the old loop of only seeing the bad things, only seeing the problems, only seeing all the pity in your life. And you can start putting your attention redirecting into the beautiful things in your life. And that will trigger a massive, massive wave of abundance, of love, of adventure into your life. Because you're no longer looking for excuses, no longer looking for excuses to not show up, but you will have all the reasons in the world to show up and to be your best. And I know it's hard to sometimes swallow the red pill that you've been doing an endless loop that is harming yourself and maybe those around you. Maybe it's hard to digest that where you at right now is because of the choices and the decisions you've made. And the worst decision you can ever take, the worst decision you can ever take is indecision. So if you've been dabbling around like, hey, I want to get fitter, I want to get stronger, I want to make more money, but you haven't pulled the trigger, you haven't shown up to the gym, you haven't invested into cryptocurrency or into your new business, go all in. There's nothing worse than indecision, because another red pill is we all gonna die. Okay, we agree on that. We are all going to die one day. But when I die, I want to know that I did everything that I was able to do to achieve mastery in every level of my life. That I did everything I wanted to do. I'm not going into the next realm, into the next world, being, oh shit, I wish I had done this. I wish I had loved more, given more, sang more, cooked more, run on the forest more. I know when I die, I want to be like, I did everything I wanted. And there's no such thing as failure. So don't be afraid of failure, because failure is for only for those that take that as a failure. I see them as milestones, as growing pains, as, shit happens and you're not gonna achieve mastery in everything in every single moment. But as you fail and fail and fail and fail again, you get stronger, brighter, smarter, more effective and efficient. And there'll be a moment, because you are not giving up on yourself, you're not giving up on your dreams, that you will wake up and you will see the life you've created. And it was because of the decisions you've taken, because of the energy that you've held in your vibration. So if you want to overcome challenges, overcome yourself. And we said we start by putting an alarm 1 hour before your current time, except if you're already waking up at 4 or 5, and you wake up and before you move, you go into gratitude, you go into 10 things that you are very, very much grateful for, and you feel the emotions as if the people you were being grateful for are around you. You feel the emotions as if you could see the hands of the builder of your house. You just feel that emotion of gratitude all over your body. And then you wake up, and this is also crucial, have some sort of practice that allows you to swallow the frog first thing in the morning, that allows you to center your thoughts so you can be clear throughout the day. Because if you wake up from bed and you're already in a state of gratitude because you've been following every other step that I've mentioned, and you go and you grab your cell phone, and go into WhatsApp, and you start to see all these messages, people asking for money, people asking for favors, maybe you owe money to people asking for the money that you owe, your boss telling you why you're not here. Starting your day with cell phone time is the worst thing you can do, period. And I'm not, this is not woo woo, this is not spiritual, this is just pure science. If you overstimulate your mind with a cell phone first thing in the morning, you are doomed. You're going to start your day in a sympathetic state. You're going to stress yourself, and then you're going to feel that the world is falling on top of you. You're going to feel overwhelmed, anxiety, and all that. So, to overcome this, leave your cell phone outside of your room. And that's a rule I have with my partner. Our cell phone doesn't come into the room. And I do put it in airplane mode and put the alarm, and I run out of the room, turn it off, and it stays there. And I don't see the cell phone until I finish my morning practice. And this morning practice I was telling you, you can choose anything: yoga, meditation, Buddhism, Zen, walking. Walking is an amazing way to prime your mind. Go for a nice walk in nature around your neighborhood, but just allow yourself to stretch your body, to calm your mind. Sit in a comfortable position. It doesn't have to be on the floor in yogic pose. You can use a chair, use a rock. Sit and just stay in contemplation. Connect to your thoughts, connect to your breath. Give yourself at least 5 minutes of daily contemplation, and you will find that you will have much more clarity, because the biggest insights in your life come when you're not doing anything. So it's okay to get bored. It's okay to just be there sitting, breathing, and you will feel this sense of peace. And this sense of peace is priceless. And the more you practice this, the better you will get at it, the more comfortable you will be at it, because sometimes your brain will be like, what are you doing? Let's get to work. But the most work, you like 90%, actually I'm gonna say 99% of the work is done in those first 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour. I actually give myself 1 hour and a half because I just love it. So 99% of your work gets done there. And then the rest are just very human things, right? The email, go to the bank, record the video, whatever it is that you're doing. But these precious moments in the morning, these 3 steps: wake up early, connect to gratitude, elevate your energy through gratitude, and have a practice that allows you to create clarity in your life, it's going to be game changer. And why am I sharing with you this? Because as you wake up early, you enter gratitude, and you access a practice that keeps you calm, that creates clarity. That is the most efficient way to overcome yourself, because you already digested your emotions. You already center yourself with a state of well-being. And as you start your day, you will continue your day. And then at the end of the day, you just reflect upon your day. So that will be step 1 for the night. You sit down in a comfortable position. You reflect upon your day. You connect to your breath. And why do I do this? As I connect to my breath, I'm like, okay, if I can breathe, if I can sit down, if I can observe, even if I fucked up really bad throughout the day, because it's going to happen. Like, you are going to fuck up. Things are not going to go the way you planned they will go. But if you can breathe, it means that you're okay. And just take them as lessons. Don't do them again tomorrow, because then we will have a problem. But whatever happens, it's not a failure. You're not a failure. You're totally worth it. You're totally capable of overcoming any challenge. Just integrate the lessons from the day, connect to your breath, give thanks again. Remember, entering gratitude primes our body to see the blessings in every situation. So there might be a time, and this happens to me a few years ago, when even my tire punctures or something happens that like really sucks. Nobody wants a punctured tire in the middle of the forest. I say, oh, thank you. I give thanks. I'm like, oh, thank you, creation. Thank you, spirit, for maybe stopping me on my tracks so I can reflect, so I have some alone time. Maybe out of cell phone coverage, I cannot even tap out to the cell phone, and allows me to learn. And that has been one of the biggest teachings. Entering to gratitude allows me to see that everything that happens in my life is a teaching or a blessing. And with that, I want to finish today's stream. I'll be doing this more often. This is the first time I do it. I'm excited to be doing more live streams. But if you have to take one thing from this stream, remember this: everything in life is a teaching or a blessing. So there's no challenges, there's no roadblocks. It's just a teaching and a blessing for you to overcome yourself, to overcome your own limitations, to overcome your own stories, and step into a new you in every situation. If you want to learn more, subscribe to my channel, download the free morning priming routine. If you don't have a practice, and I mentioned a practice, I have a free breath work. You can download it, it's totally free, and you can wake up in the morning and breathe and center your energy, and you'll see soon how good you feel by eating the frog first thing in the morning. Blessings.